Well, it's really nice. It's quite interesting about how you approach him and entice him and everything. He says, "You guys should eat this." I think women have 8, including one that includes inserting a mango. I don't know why women like mango. Well, it's interesting. Kama Sutra also talks about how you seduce him. A lot of what I'm about to write, is from the 500 BC to 2000 AD. That's now. Hold on. 2000 BC to 500 AD period. It's called the Sangam period. It's in the southern part. It's in Tamil Nadu. Now, there are 4 ways you can reach God according to scripture. 3 ways. One is a child, one is a teacher to a guru, and one is a lover. To reach God as a lover. The text that I'm going to talk on is from the Devaram. I don't know if you guys hear Tamil. You might know. The Devaram is based on the 700 praises of Shiva. It's done by the 63 Nayanars. This is part where I smoke all y'all because you have no idea what's going on. Okay, the 63 Nayanars are devotees of Shiva who loved him in many other ways. There were potters, there was one guy who was a hunter, there were women as well as men. But then there were the Guru Nalvars, who are the 4 gurus, Appa, Jnanasambandha, Sundara, and Manikavasagar. Manikavasagar is who we're going to refer to today. Because he loved Shiva the way he did. He loved him as a lover. Now, I went into a little bit of history with regard to same-sex in India, because I didn't want people to explain away that he was just loving God the way a devotee does. We are accepted in the way that we can have children. There is a form of marriage called the Gandhava marriage, which is done. It's the way of the fairy folk, the nature spirit thing, and those marriages were recognized. Don't try and do this, guys, but basically I think it's a little fire by a pond where there is nature, you exchange rings, and basically in heaven you're accepted. It's an accepted form of marriage. Gay men and gay women have children, they're accepted as a part of the culture. A lot of Indian scripture say that we are outside of society but in an aloof manner. We are higher in society because we don't have children, so we don't get strapped into this whole karmic loop. We're put in a scripturally higher place. In other words, if you have children, you're strapped in a more. So third gender Hindus are not allowed to do many forms of worship, but only because we really don't have to. Okay. But the reason why is because Manikavasagar was a minister. He wasn't said to have been married. He came around when Buddhism was taking over India. Vedic culture had really gone down. The Manas Sastras and all the other Sastras were misinterpreted, and that's when Manikavasagar came. Because there was a great wave, and he created the revival. Why I'm making such an issue about making sure that people realize it's third gender is because I just suspect that people are going to just say this is devotion. But I have to let something go here. I didn't find anything with lesbians. I'm very sorry. Most of Indian culture was written by men. They weren't really interested in lesbians. So I was able to dig up 2 little small parts. And one of it is in the Kama Sutra, unfortunately. We call Savarinis, independent women. We can get married, we own our own houses, can have children. They also work in government. We worked in government, we worked in trade. But we were also protest and made some a class issue rather than a gender issue. But this is the part that gets sexy. I didn't want to do the insert the mango thing because that would just be way too graphic. But the Kama Sutra actually speaks of how to entice women. Something to, visiting her often. You have to visit often, you have to get used to her sister, get to know her sister, become her sister's best friend. I like these guys, it's an instruction manual. And then get to know her, entice her, see where she cheats because she's shy, but you're not allowed to do virgins apparently. That's a big no-no. So that was an issue. But the only part I got out of it was, and I quote, Sabinis make love with their own kind. They kiss and stroke their partner at the point of union. Sorry, very clean. Once she gains her partner's prize pitilessly and insistently ill-treating the poor girl that she loves. I did censor that little bit because okay. In Hinduism, there are two structures of religion. One who are Vaishnavite and Saivite. I'm Saivite. So I didn't want to let my Vaishnavite brothers get smoked and realize why I didn't pick that stuff.
Can you explain what's Vaishnavite and Saivite?
Saivites are people who pray to Shiva. That's usually in the south. Vaishnavites are probably in the north and they pray to Vishnu. There actually has been wars fought over it. But we've come into a place of unity somewhere. In Singapore, there's a little bit of it, but not very much anymore. Not very much anymore, but traditional Vaishnavites do not enter Shaivite temples. Singapore, not so much. Not so much. Oh, a little bit. There's been some stuff happen.
Actually, there's a third one, right? Shakti.
That's included in the Saivite tradition.
Sexist again.
Well, no, it's not sexist because of the merging of the Shiva Shakti.
Shakti is
Worship the mother.
the mother goddess. So it's actually seen as separate rather than
In Singapore, they snowed us together. They snowed us. The only split I see that's changed in the southern culture is if you're strict Saivite, they don't allow the Shakti to be worshipped in the same altar. Because the Saivites believe that Shaktivan and Shakti are one. And the Shaktivite, you have to bring Shiva into it. It's a bit strange. But it's funny, in Chidampuram, where Manika Vasudhara is from, if you go to the Kali temple there, you don't have to see Nadraj. But if you go to the Nadraj temple, you have to see Kali. In that way, they seem to feel that the mother is more needed than the father, which is a bit strange. But in Singapore, they see this a little bit. It's not very out here. Vaishnavites, there's one lesbian reference. And this is by a woman named Mani Manjari, who is the maidservant of Radharani. And she said, my friend, my lover Radharani, I have no desire to taste the happiness enjoyed by touching the transcendental feet of Lord Shiva. I simply yearn to expertly engage in your service. So she knew what she was talking about now. But coming to the Shaktivite, because I am Shaktivite, I pray to the mother as opposed to the two guys. A lot of what I do is got to do with the Lalita Sahasrama, which is the 1008 names of Mother Lalita. So Mother Lalita is a very lesbian character. She's always surrounded by very, very wild women with swords. No, she is. She has her own little kingdom. It's surrounded by maidservants. And then there are like 12 halls of more maidservants and more warrior women that come out to fight for her. But what is very interesting in the Sahasrama is that one of her names is Logashi Kamarubini. And Logashi Kamarubini translated means she who is so beautiful that she incites desire and rapture in women. So, and this is scripture. There is thousands of guys are like saying this every day and doing these pujas every day, but this is absolutely in scripture. It is used as an example of love and desire because Lalita Kamendeshwari is to get to the mother Lalita to desire. So it's acknowledged as a form of desire. Well, that's the only lesbian stuff I got. I'm very, 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 very sorry. But I didn't want to continue without saying, hey girls, we have something. Now, the thing about Arjuna,